Welcome to the 245 podcast, which is the number of times that I treated the stop sign by Kylie's house as a yield sign before I got pulled over.
No, what?
Last night.
No way!
I got pulled over. So
Why?
This is tragic.
This is so sad.
Like,
you guys
remember
probably
when
don't
you
go
were
to-
never going to get pulled over?
yeah, and I've been pulled over twice in the last
Oof.
year.
Don't it feel good to be a gangster?
So you guys probably don't go there enough to know. But
I go there all the
no,
time.
I-
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't visit your girlfriend that much. I'm sorry.
But right after 65, you turn onto 157th, to go to her house.
Yeah.
I know
there's a
exactly
four-way-
the stop sign you're talking about. Yeah.
A four-way stop pretty much right away by the O'Reilly right there.
Yep.
And on the way back, so coming towards 65, like 10 out of 10 times, so every time for the last 3 years that I've driven away from her house, especially at night,
Yeah.
I've never completely stopped at that stop sign unless there's another car and I have
Yep.
to stop.
Yep.
I've always treated it as a yield sign. And she has told me many, many times, like, you're going to get pulled over one day for doing that. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I see there's no cops around. And then last night I do it and I see lights come up behind me. I'm like, I know exactly why they're pulling me
Yep.
over. So I pull over on 65 and she comes up and she's like, so I pulled you over because you treated that stop sign as a yield sign, and also your license plate backlight is also out.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay, that's good to know, I guess, because there's no way I would have
Yeah.
known otherwise. So that's not really like my fault. She also, excuse my language, said it looked like I was hauling ass because must have been speeding a little bit.
She said that?
Yeah. So that was the 3 reasons why she pulled me over.
That's
And-
so funny.
Did she write you a fat ticket?
No, she went and looked at my driver's license, came back. She's like, I'm going to give you a warning.
Oh, nice.
And she let me on my way. So,
No
So you
longer
just did-
treat that stop sign as a yield sign, I guess.
well, if it's in the day, I probably will because I can see there's no cops. But
Yeah.
I don't know where she was
Wait, was
hiding
she-
because
You don't know where she was? That's what I was going to ask.
no, because I did not see it until the lights came on. So she was probably hiding somewhere in the shadows.
So you're telling me you just rizzed your way out of a ticket?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean,
that a boy.
she saw my face and was like, I can't be giving this boy.
Yeah.
I can't be making this boy pay money. So,
Yep. Smart.
anyways, that was last night. I honestly thought it was pretty funny because
That is funny.
she said eventually you're going to get pulled over for that.
Yeah.
And it happened. So,
Does Kylie know about it? Yeah, she
yeah,
does.
I told her
yeah.
last night. She's like, I told
Moral
you that
of
would
the story,
happen.
Kylie knows best.
But
guess so.
here's the thing. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Exactly. So then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you get pulled over or not. Like, I just keep on doing it because, like, the time you save is worth getting a warning for
Exactly.
once every 3 years.
Yeah.
I'll take a warning to run the same stop sign every time.
Yeah.
That-
I might hit someone someday, but
But even then, worth it.
yeah, it's saving so much
I don't
time.
know about that one, guys.
Okay. I take that back for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Don't sue me.
Can't have anyone coming out suing us for saying it's
Okay.
okay to run people over.
But do you guys like agree with me that, like, I feel like there's a good percentage of stop signs that should be yield
Yes.
signs? And then, like, so for example, that road that you're talking about, it should be just a two-way stop. And like when you're coming off of 65, you shouldn't have to stop. You should just be able to go through. And then it should be the other two should be stop signs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially in like neighborhoods and stuff, they should all just be yield signs.
Yeah.
Stop signs are dumb.
Ideally, they could all be
honestly-
yield signs, but I don't trust people enough. So I think stop
That's-
signs are the correct answer.
Josh, that's probably why. Because people aren't good drivers as we are, and
No.
they bring down the fun for the rest of us.
Yeah,
Obviously, I am the best driver because
Yeah.
obviously.
Obviously.
I've never gone. Wait, I can't say that anymore. Dang it.
Dang it.
You got pulled over more than me, Mike.
Ah, shoot.
Man, how the homeschoolers have fallen.
I guess so. But how was y'all's weekends? What'd you guys do?
Josh, you want to start us off?
Sure. My weekend was pretty cool and fun. So there's a big music festival in Sheldon, Iowa every year called Rise Fest. And this year, Dort Worship last year too, but for the last 2 years, Dort Worship has played in it. And because I'm here for the summer, they asked me to be a part of the team that was playing at Rise Fest. So Friday we rehearsed. Well, we rehearsed a lot more than just Friday, but Friday was like a full day of rehearsing. And then Saturday we had a short rehearsal in the morning, and then we loaded up and went to Rise Fest in Sheldon, which is like a 30-minute drive, and did sound check at like 11 o'clock. And then we had a 45-minute set at 12. We were the first set on Saturday. And it was probably like just the biggest place I'll ever play at. So it was a really cool experience.
Dude,
That's sick.
Yeah.
that's so hype.
Crowder sound checked like right before us. So we were backstage while
No.
Crowder
Oh my
and his
word.
band were sound checking. Eagle Brook, shout out, played right after us. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
they were waiting backstage as we got off from our set, and then they sound checked and stuff right after us.
Was Mrs. Taylor there?
Yeah, I saw Carla Taylor.
Oh, nice.
I don't
Sick.
think
Hi.
I didn't say hi because I didn't like walk right by her, and I don't think she recognized me, but she might have. It's possible. I
Okay.
feel like it would be a weird context for her to put it together that I was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I probably didn't stand out enough, but yeah, it was really cool. I actually didn't play drums. I played keys, which
Oh.
included some piano and some like synth and other stuff. But we had Joanna, who I'm working with this summer, played drums. Deb, who I'm also working with this summer, played acoustic and sang background vocals. Jeremy Perigo, who was the leader of Campus Ministries, played saxophone and keys and sang. Nicole sang, and Alex, who's my boss for the summer, played bass and also sang. So it was a good team, a solid team, and a lot of fun to play with them and just play at a big place like that. It's kind of once in a lifetime experience, probably for me. So yeah,
That sounds so sick.
yeah, it
Dude,
was.
that's so hype.
And then
Did you?
go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say. Did you know that Landon Conrath sings for Eaglebrook?
Yeah, does he anymore?
Who?
Yes, he did. He just did it with Jalen like 2 weeks ago.
Who is
Okay.
landing?
I know
Lan-
he used to.
You know who he is, Joey.
Who?
He's the singer. The
So Landon Conrath went
you've
to
heard his
Kelvin Elementary and Middle School,
Okay.
and my dad taught him, and now he's like a solo artist too.
yeah.
He went to Bethel,
W-
and he's doing like
was-
pretty well.
Was he at Connor Barth's wedding?
Yeah,
Okay. Now I know who you were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's helpful. Mike, you weren't helpful for
Sorry.
the record.
so
It's okay.
yeah, I knew Landon used to do a bunch of stuff with Eaglebrook. I figured he probably wasn't anymore because he kind of has his own stuff. But yeah, he has actually a recording on Spotify with Eaglebrook. He sings Whole Heart. So if you listen to that, that's Landon.
oh sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, he and Jalen were both on a SLP. I
Oh.
think a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So
that's kind of an epic duo.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
and I didn't. It's funny because she like talked about it about like people she was with. She was like, "Oh yeah, I was with the guy named Landon," and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't know who she was talking about. And then I found out last night that it was Landon Conrath, and I was like, "Oh my word, why didn't you tell me
He's
that?"
like
Yeah.
famous. What?
I'm like, next time you two are singing together, you gotta tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a perk of playing at Rise Fest is that we also just got free tickets. So I went with Nicole Friday night to see We the Kingdom, and they are really, really good. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday after our set, we saw Corey Asbury. So that was also really cool because Corey Asbury is kind of good. And then we were going to see Crowder, but there was lightning like right before his set. So it was a 30-minute delay. And then it looked like a big storm was coming in. So we just decided to leave because it looked like it either wasn't going to happen or it was going to happen really late. And it ended up happening, but really late. So probably wasn't worth staying. But that would have been cool
Yeah.
too because Crowder is also epic.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
This kind of sounds like Joyful Noise.
It is. It's
but
literally Joyful
Iowa
Noise,
version.
just Iowa version.
Boom.
And Joyful Noise
Better.
also doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Thanks,
Sad.
COVID.
Remember when we were going to get free Joyful Noise tickets our senior year?
Yep.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
No.
Anyways,
How was your guys' weekend?
this last week I filmed 2 weddings, which was
I know you
very
were popping off on
exhausting.
Instagram.
So yeah, I posted a couple of things on my Instagram at Everclark Productions.
Can't be using this to build your own brand.
So go check those out. I was working on the first wedding tonight before I came here, and it's looking pretty good. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, that was pretty exhausting having those two. But it was a lot of fun. I actually have a little story from the first one. So I showed up. It's in Rochester, for context, which is an hour and a half away from here. And I went down to Rochester. I had all my camera stuff. And I come up to the reception area. It's not like the most ideal spot to like set up tripods, but I made it work. But I go up there, I'm thinking about where I want to put my cameras and the tripods. And I look down and realize I forgot my tripods at home.
Oh.
So I was an hour and a half away from home, forgot my tripods. I was like, I need these for the ceremony, to video the whole ceremony. And then I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my word, how could I do this? I'm like, okay, there's a Target nearby. I'll go like buy 3 cheap tripods. I'll return them tomorrow or something. I mean, I wouldn't return them, of course, after using them. I mean, I'm a good
Who would
person.
ever do
Oh, my
that?
word.
That's unethical.
I would never
Mike,
do that.
This is strike 2 for you before I cancel you. Just so you know.
And then I'm trying to think like, okay, maybe there's people that are coming to the wedding that would have tripods. So I realize Annika Stone is coming to the wedding, and her dad does videography stuff because he owns a videography and photography business. So I call Annika and I'm like, this is like hours and hours before she would have even left her house. So I was like, Annika, please tell me that your dad has like a few tripods, because I needed 3. So does he have like 3 tripods that you could bring with you and I could use them tonight? And she's like, I can ask him. Turns out he only had 2. I was like, hey, just bring those 2. That would be awesome. So Annika brought those. I ended up not being able to do a 3rd camera angle because I didn't have a 3rd tripod, but I was so thankful that she was able to bring 2 from my man, Jeff Stone. So just got to give a little shout out there. And I was kind of scared for a second, but they came in clutch. So never doing that again. Always going through my whole
that's a mistake
checklist
you'll only
before I do
make
that.
once.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have like, I feel like the night before you have a checklist that you got to run through.
And the thing is, I did do that,
Oh.
but my tripods were in a different spot than
Oh, yep.
and then I didn't check it. Because I was like, okay, I know that everything on my checklist is in this giant camera bag.
Yeah.
So I'm good for the camera bag. And I totally forgot to grab the tripods. So, yeah. Saturday, I remembered them. But
Nice.
I was also at Northwestern for the wedding. So even if I did forget
Yeah,
them,
you could
I wouldn't have been
go
far.
back.
But
That was
yeah,
Bambi and
Bambi and Jackson.
nice.
Saturday. So that was a good
Thanks
time
for
too.
The invite.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just kidding.
Not my problem.
Yeah.
I finished filming around 9, and then I just stayed like for 2 more hours just hanging out because I had a ton of friends there. I just danced with them and stuff. So it was a lot of res life. It was what, Joey?
Nothing. That's just funny.
What?
Well, can you imagine just being on the dance floor and somebody be like, "Oh, who's that?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's our videographer."
Doesn't seem to be working, right?
Yeah. Well, why? Will you remind me why we're paying him again?
No, in a normal wedding where I like didn't know the people, I would leave around
Yeah.
9, like during the dance, because there's a certain point where you're done filming.
Yeah.
But because I had so many friends there and like there's a lot of res life people there that I knew, they were like, yeah, you can just stay as long as you want when you're done filming. So I just hung out and it was a good time. So
I'm starting an official petition to try to change it from res life to Riz life.
that'd be so sick.
That'd be so good.
Joey, how was your week?
Oh, I'm just gonna do my weekend. It was pretty good. Friday night, I don't think I did anything. Saturday, I was at Eaglebrook. I was watching the kids ministry Elevate. I'm gonna actually teach.
No way.
Yeah, they said, "Hey, you want to teach?" And I'm like, "Not really." And they're like, "Okay, you're teaching." So I was like, "Okay, great." So I'm actually doing that next Saturday.
Youth pastor.
No,
It's happening.
it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go up to Kylie's grad party.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah. So I was just like watching that on Saturday, trying to take some mental notes about like how I should run it and stuff. So that'll be fun for next Saturday. So I did that. And then Sunday, I woke up and Kelsey, who was on the podcast, just became an MA, which is a ministry associate, which is like it's more than an intern. It's like you're full-time staff, but you're doing a lot of training on the side. But like you don't have like a full-time official, like long, like 10-year position set up yet. You have to move into that. So that's what I would like to do at some point. So she's doing that in Woodbury, at the Woodbury campus. So me and Mandy and Jordan was there. We went and we were there for the service. And that was pretty cool to see that. It's actually the second biggest campus. So that was pretty cool. And then Sunday, I just chilled the rest of the day, I think. I don't really remember, but it's a good weekend.
Did you see Kelsey after, I assume?
Yeah, she actually sat with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
She was slacking on the job.
Yeah, well, she's students, so there's no students. So, yeah. But we have an Eagle Brook all staff, so like all the staff.
Like I say, Eagle Brook All-Stars.
No.
Wow, you're moving up quick, Joey.
Yeah. No, there's an all staff on Wednesday. So Kelsey will be at that, and I get to go to that too.
That'll be fun.
So we're going to Top Golf in the morning, and then we come back to Blaine, and then we have like a service and stuff.
Wait, like tomorrow morning, Wednesday?
Yeah, that's tomorrow already.
Can I come?
Yep.
Can I sneak in? Would they notice?
Probably.
Dang it.
Probably. Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. I didn't realize it's Tuesday already. I thought it was Monday.
That's a good time.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to that. And then we're doing like a cookout after. And I'm in charge of drinks.
Wow.
So I'm bringing drinks.
Good work.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Wait, you just hear that?
Hear what?
Josh, you hear it?
I heard that.
Joey still doesn't hear
Clear as
it.
day, as always.
You know, if Joey was ever doing a solo podcast, the mail tone would go off and he just wouldn't know.
Yeah.
The fans
mail
would
be
hear
good.
it and just be so confused why the mail wasn't read.
I know.
It'd be a
Well,
tragic
they
day.
would know because they would know Joey can't hear it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
They would understand,
Josh-
but they would be disappointed nonetheless.
yeah. You want to start us off, Josh?
I will. So we have an email from Willem Bruin, who, fun fact, was my first grade buddy when I was in 5th grade.
Oh, that's so wholesome. I love Willem.
Full
Yeah.
circle.
Willem's cool. He writes, "Hey guys, I've been listening for a while and I must say I'm really enjoying it. Anyways, I thought I would email in some fun would you rathers." And then he has 5 would you rather questions. And we're going to file those in the Q&A 3 folder and get back to you on the Q&A 3 podcast. And then he says, "Keep up the great work." So thanks for the email, Willem. We will answer
Willem.
your would you rathers in the future.
There's one spot I want to say his signature in the
Oh, yeah,
email
I
is
should've
Willem
read
Bruin, 11th grade, parentheses, as of last week, which I just thought was pretty
Yep.
funny
That's pretty good.
because he just finished school. So, yeah, as of last week, he's an 11th grader. So,
Kind of crazy.
next email is from Gideon Love.
Oh my word.
What a classic.
You know a quick fun fact, really quick?
I do.
I actually coached him last night, Monday.
In
He came
what?
up, basketball. He played.
Played with who?
So it was like summer league. So it's the Vale High School team.
Oh, okay.
And Gideon played.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was good to see him again.
Did you ever meet him before?
Not officially. Like I went to plays and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know.
Did you like talk about the podcast at all or no?
No.
Okay.
No, because I was coaching.
Oh, okay. You're doing your work.
Yeah.
Joey knows how to
Um,
separate his life spheres.
Yeah. Dude, so good at it.
His subject line, he always has the best subject line.
He does.
Is 2.4.podcast@gmail.com, except he spelled out all the dots
Nice.
and made the numbers. And he spelled Gmail, G-E-E, mail.
Gmail.
So that's a reference to our joke from a recent episode where we said dots spelled out,
Yeah.
podcast also spelled out. Anyways, he said, "Yes, Micah, I'm going to be a consistent emailer. Keep it coming, bro. Where would we be without Micah dropping knowledge on us with quotes like, I did a lot of cement work with cement." And then we had the after party after, which is why it's the after. Yeah. The world has been made better from Micah's insights.
I would have to agree. Micah is the master of profound statements.
Thank you, Gideon. I appreciate that.
Also, this relates to his subject line. A few days ago, I sent out an email to 245podcast@gmail.com, except it's the good email, just the 245 numbers podcast at gmail.com. And I wrote,
Yeah.
Hey, 245 podcast, we were wondering if we could by chance have your email address. We run an actual podcast called 245 Podcast where fans email us and they find our current email, and then I wrote out our email, hard to remember. It would be much easier to just have the address of 245podcast at gmail.com, which is the address I'm emailing. If this sounds good to you, could you just send us the password to your account? We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for considering the 245 podcast. And I'm sorry to say we haven't yet heard back, but
No.
I'm
Probably because it sounds like a scam.
Yeah.
how
Can you
does
please
that
send us
sound
your
like
password?
a scam? There's nothing we could do other than just take their Gmail account.
Please
Yeah.
send me your password.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Scams would be like much more overt opposite of overt. Scams would be much more covert about trying to get information. I'm just straight
That's
up
true.
asking for the password.
Yeah, that's true.
He is telling them our desires.
Yeah,
That's
I like it.
exactly
Josh,
what we want.
Josh, good work. I'm proud of you.
Hopefully they respond, which I'm not super hopeful at this
Yeah,
point.
me
but
neither. But that'd be so hype if they did.
That'd be really funny.
It's at like no subject line, but it's just the password. Like
Yeah.
just that. That'd be so hype.
Yeah.
Anyways, next email is maybe one of my favorites we've ever received, the 245 podcast
Yes!
email. This one is subject line, finally, exclamation point, from Paul Mahoney. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
Paul Mahoney. Well, technically it's from Paul and Heather Mahoney, I should say. Dear 245 podcast, this is Nicole's mom and dad.
Yes.
And this is in reference to Josh becoming podcast official with Nicole a couple weeks ago. And we
It's a big benchmark in a
Multiple-
relationship.
Oh yeah.
multiple times told the parents to email.
Yeah.
You were pretty
And they did.
pretty persistent about that.
Yeah, they pretty much did right away. So this is Nicole's mom and dad. We are so happy to finally be writing this email. After months of avid listening, we can now officially communicate with you. We will admit that we first started listening to the podcast in order to find out a little bit more about this Josh kid that our daughter Nicole was hanging out
Can we
with.
pause just for a second? That is so big brain. That's such a big brain thing to do.
I know.
I would do that. Smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
See, but
I
it's not
agree.
really an option for everyone.
That is true.
It should be.
Everyone
Well,
should have their podcast.
Exactly.
Actually, don't, because then that's more competition
Yeah, exactly.
for our podcast.
Yeah, don't.
And it's more
encourage that.
saturated.
You can't have
Yeah,
that.
we don't want to saturate the market too much.
Yeah. Yes, we realize that there is a fine line between good parenting and stalking. However, as we listened to the first couple episodes, we soon became hooked.
Yes.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
We discovered that we liked Josh and his friends seemed pretty cool too.
Oh, yeah.
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 So in a short amount of time, we caught up on the back episodes and now listen every Friday when new episodes are released. As Josh mentioned, he came to our house over Memorial Day weekend, and we were happy to get to spend some quality time with him and get to know him better in person. We even stocked up on chocolate milk, purple Doritos, and a few other things that we knew he liked because of the podcast. Josh, is this true?
Yes, I can confirm that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I felt really spoiled.
The podcast is just doing so much good for so many people.
I know. So good. As for the request to score Josh in a variety of categories, we respectfully declined.
No.
Joey's day
However-
is ruined.
However, when it comes to making Nicole smile, Josh gets a 10.
No. No.
It's so wholesome, though.
It's so wholesome, but it kind of just like hurts my soul just a little bit.
I just
really
need to know.
You wait. Her dad is just gonna send us his private email just by himself. And it's just gonna be like a graph of John.
It's a spreadsheet.
Excel spreadsheet. No.
And he's like, boys, keep this on the DM.
Paul, you can text me and Joey. Get our number from Josh, and you can text us unfiltered content about Josh. You're welcome, Paul. Keep up the entertaining, wholesome podcast, boys. Glad to finally be podcast official. Paul and Heather.
Oh, thanks for the email.
Golf clap.
Golf
Golf
clap.
clap. I love that email.
That was a great email.
I might frame it.
Well, I think we should.
Yeah,
Print it and frame it.
Yeah.
Wait, that reminds me of the thing you made, Mike, which you should explain.
I know. I actually brought it with me to show Joey in person.
Yep.
and it turned out really good. So basically, for those of you who don't know, maybe I'll just vlog this part. Oh, this is trippy. Yeah. If you guys don't know, we actually did a behind the scenes vlog of doing this podcast to kind of show you guys. I guess we should probably promote the YouTube channel and like tell them to go watch it.
We have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, really?
There's nothing on it.
Oh, okay.
We'll probably post this on our Instagram too, but go check out at the 245 Instagram and YouTube channel, where I am now vlogging, because we're vlogging about behind the scenes of this episode, and I'm currently vlogging right now, and I'm going to show you guys my keys are on top of this box. Sorry, I'm kind of a mess right now. I'm trying to do this one-handed.
Just trust the process. He'll get it eventually.
We got this foam picture frame thing that has the 245 podcast logo on it. It's smaller in the center, and it's 12 by 12. And basically, what we want to do with this is have all of our guests sign with Sharpie around in the empty area. And we're going to try to get all of our previous guests to sign it, which I think might take a little bit, but I think we can do it.
It'll take a little bit. It won't be super easy.
But I think we can do it. Yeah, we have this. We can't really hang it up anywhere because we don't have our own studio, but we still got it anyway. And I think it's be pretty sick.
It will be.
Sorry, my video just ended because I was doing it on Snapchat. So yeah, that'd be pretty sick. And I'm excited to keep the memories of who's on the podcast. So yeah, go check it out. Go check out this. This is like Inception. Podcast listeners, go check out the video. Video watchers, go check out the podcast.
This is like Inception.
It is like Inception,
It's
Joey.
not at all like Inception.
Okay. I'm ending this video. Check in with the video people after the episode's done. All right.
We should do a whole podcast about Inception.
Podcast listeners, I'm back to just you guys. My undivided attention is... Wait.
My divided
attention is over.
Is now
undivided. Yeah. We have one more email. Josh, can you read it?
Yeah, I got you. I'll
Please
get you
save
out
us.
of this hole you dug.
Yeah.
I tend to dig a lot of holes.
He does.
This podcast is kind of like Thor Ragnarok.
Shut up, please. I had to edit that, and it was painful.
I listened to that
painful, I
today.
tell you.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. You guys have already heard the episode, but it's actually not out yet at the time we're recording this because we're so on top of it and ahead of things.
Yep.
Anyways, last email for the day is from Jazzy Mouse, Sam Durfus, and the subject line is, I've created a game for you. Enjoy. He says, hi podcast, I have created a game for you. Real or fake post-rock song. 8 of the following tracks are real and 7 are fake. You have to guess which is which. Post-rock is defined by rateyourmusic.com as emphasis on timbre, texture, and atmosphere over traditional conventions while often embracing influences from genres not usually associated with rock. That's kind of deep. To answer the question, to see the answer to each question, highlight the black box. Have fun. I may make more in the future if you enjoy this one. So basically, he has a list of 1 through 15 with titles of songs, and under is a black box that if I highlight with my cursor, it will probably show, it will like reveal text, whether it's a real or fake post-rock song. So I'm just going to read the titles, and I don't think there's any listening involved. I think it's just based off the title.
Yeah.
So I think that's how we're supposed to do it, and we're just going to go with that. So the
Speed
first
run.
one is called Man Was. I'm going to go with fake on that one.
I think it's fake.
Joey, would you concur?
Yeah, I'm going to go fake.
Okay, we're highlighting it. We're locked in. Fake.
Oh, let's go.
Let's
It
go.
was fake. We did it, boys. One for
Yes.
one. Next one is BBF3. That
Real.
sounds weird and post-rockish, so we're going to
Yeah, I'm gonna go
true. That's real. 2 for 2.
Let's go.
Killing it. Okay. Third one is basketball shoes.
Basketball shoes. I feel like that'd be true. I'm going real on that one.
Yeah, it feels
It is.
kind of like an eccentric song title that might be post-rock. Joey?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys.
That one's real. Let's go. 3 for 3.
Wow. Killing it.
So just as a reminder, there are, eight are real and 7 are fake. So there's one more real than fake. This next one is Svenji Englar. And there's like 2 dashes in it. I don't know what that means, but
Fake.
I would
That's
say fake because it seems like it's too forced of a weird name that he would want us
Yeah.
to think it's real. But it's actually fake. Heck, it's real.
No.
Darn it.
3 for 4.
We've been boofed.
We overthought that one. Actually, I'm not going to put that on you. I overthought that one. Steel Tendrils Part 1.
Real.
That's real.
I was going to go with fake, but I'll trust your guys' gut. That one's fake.
Oh.
3 for 5.
Josh,
We're doing
I always
we're
knew you
doing
were smarter
fine.
than
We're
us.
still over 500. 6, his righteous shield, his powerful bullet.
that's real.
It's fake.
Are we going real or fake?
I think we can have different answers.
Yeah.
I also think fake. That one's
Majority
fake.
rules.
He said
Oh,
fake, but it goes hard, right?
Yes.
Hard to tell seeing as it's fake, but maybe. 7, helpless child.
Real.
Fake.
I'm going fake. That one's real by the Swans.
Ah,
Dude, I'm killing it.
Joey, you're like
so smart.
You've only missed one. Get it?
Yeah.
8, the glowing man.
Real.
Real.
Real. That's real. Also by the Swans.
Oh, nice.
And he added the song is 28 minutes long. Just a fun fact.
Holy moly.
Jeez.
Might not be listening to that. Jim is in my attic right now.
Fake.
I think it's too forced. That's fake.
Yeah, that's fake.
Let's
10,
go.
a military alphabet, in parentheses, 5 eyes all blind, in parentheses, 4521.0 kilohertz, 6730 kilohertz, 4109.09 kilohertz.
I'm going real on
I'm
this.
going real.
I'm going real too. That's real by Godspeed
Let's
Yes.
go.
Black Emperor. 11, good morning, Captain.
Real.
Real.
Real. Real. Let's go.
Yes.
Excellent. You will be here forever.
Fake.
There's an exclamation
Real.
point after here and forever. So,
Real.
Most of the rest have to be fake.
yeah, we have had quite a few real in a row. I'm going fake for that one. Joey's, you're going real?
Yeah.
That one's fake.
Dang it.
13,
Yes.
acid rain / brutalism's ghosts.
Fake.
Fake.
Fake. That one's fake. The Ballad of Lake Superior.
Fake.
Fake.
I'm going real. That one's fake. 15,
Yes.
Hunted by a Freak, last one. I think this one has to be real
I think, yeah, real.
based on my not really keeping track of numbers, but sort of keeping track. Yeah, that's real. I would say we did decent
Yeah.
Pretty good.
for
I agree.
not
I'm
knowing
proud
any
of us.
post-rock songs. Thanks for the game, Sam. I don't know if that was good or bad, but it was. We did it.
We'll judge that based on our retention rate on this podcast.
Yeah.
If it just dropped at 30 minutes, then we'll know it did not. It was not fun. All right. Well, we're going to get into our topic today, which is movies and TV shows that we were not allowed to watch as kids. So my original idea for this was to like talk about like Harry Potter specifically, because I know that a lot of like Christian parents don't like their kids to watch Harry Potter.
I feel like it also extends to books. Like,
Yeah,
Read it.
and read the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was like, maybe we should make it more broad than that. So, I actually asked our Instagram, I said, what is a show or movie that you were not allowed to watch and why? So I have a bunch of those that we'll go through. But first, I did do some research on like Harry Potter stuff, specifically why. I think I know a little bit why, but this research should help a little bit. So this is from Wikipedia, trusted source.
Okay, good.
Criticism has taken 2 main forms: allegations that Harry Potter is a pagan text and claims that it encourages children to oppose authority, derived mainly from Harry's rejection of the Dursleys, his adoptive parents.
Oh, what? That's somebody's take?
Yeah. Or
That's
Wikipedia's take, I guess.
That's a terrible take. That's an ice cold take.
So the Harry Potter books have also a group of vocal religious supporters who believe that Harry Potter has Christian values, or that the Bible does not prohibit the forms of magic described in the series. Christian
Okay, that's an interesting
analysis of the series that has argued that it embraces ideals of friendships, loyalty and courage, love, and the temptation of power. After the final volume was published, J.K. Rowling said that she intentionally incorporated Christian themes, in like the idea that love may hold power over death. People say profound misreading to think that Harry Potter promotes witchcraft. Much of the criticism of Harry Potter comes from a small number of evangelical Christians who hold that a series depiction of witchcraft is dangerous to children. In 1999, Paul Hetrick, spokesman for Focus on the Family, which based on my research, I saw that a lot like Focus on the Family was a big reason why that Christians didn't like Harry Potter, because they did a lot of like negative talk about it. It contains some powerful and valuable lessons about love and courage and the ultimate victory of good over evil. However, the positive messages are packaged in a medium, which is witchcraft, that is directly denounced in Scripture. Harry Potter has been the subject of at least 6 book burnings in the United States.
Yikes! I didn't know that.
Which is crazy. The Potter books open a doorway that will put untold millions of kids into hell. So, anyways, reactions to that, Joey and Josh?
Okay. So what are my thoughts about that? About like, okay, I think that some of it is kind of dumb, like an overreaction. Like, your kids are gonna face way worse stuff than like Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're like, your kids are influenced a lot and like they think like witchcraft is a good thing because of that. I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone actually like coming away with that. I actually like thinking about it more. There's actually some decent themes in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like the fact like this is spoiling it. If you don't want to.
Spoiler alert, you can skip ahead if you don't want to hear this.
Yeah, just skip ahead a little bit. But like the fact that his mother's sacrifice like protects him and stuff and is like more like the most powerful force basically in the whole series. I think that was really sick. And does at the end like Harry just basically lay his life down at the end? Like he's like, I don't want to see my friends die. We're not going to win this battle. I'm going to go to Voldemort.
And then he comes back.
Yeah, and then he comes back. So I think that's pretty decent. The authority one is really weird.
I've never heard that
like
take.
I've never heard.
And also like
so
the
I think
Dursleys are extremely abusive. Like, why is that a problem that Harry doesn't like them? I think that's based.
Yeah. So I think that's definitely an L take. I feel like kids should be trained and should be mature enough that like they shouldn't be influenced by, I mean, we're all influenced by the stuff we read and listen to a little bit, but like we shouldn't be hugely influenced if you read Harry Potter. Like I know a ton of people that read Harry Potter and everything is just fine. So
I guess background,
that's kind of mine.
Was this the case for any of us?
No, I was allowed to read them and watch them.
Yep, me too.
I think I was too. I didn't read Harry Potter for a while, but I don't think that was because my parents wouldn't allow me to. I think I just didn't until I was a little older.
Yeah.
But I think what I was thinking is obviously it's up to the parent, and if like I'm not gonna look down on any parents for like making that decision. Like I don't think it's gonna ruin your child's life not to read Harry Potter either. Like
that's
they're
true.
not missing out on. It's a good book, I think, in my opinion, but they're going to be fine either way. And if you think it's a safer track to just avoid that altogether, that's respectable and fine. But that being said, I also, like you guys said, there are so many worse things, and I wouldn't even say Harry Potter is bad. I don't think it like glorifies witchcraft in any way, and like it just is part of the book, and it's a fiction book. And I think like Joey was talking about, there are quite a few like good themes that I see that I think are good. I don't really agree with like the rat poison with orange soda analogy.
I was gonna say, what does that even mean? Like,
I mean, it's meaning it's disguising something evil in like a good shell, like rat poison inside of orange soda. So like the orange soda might be the good themes where people are saying it's good for that, but then the rat poison is like the witchcraft. But don't know about that take. Like I said, I'll respect if you make that decision, but also I don't think we need to say people are going to hell for reading Harry Potter, which seemed to be insinuated with one of the quotes in that thing.
Well, we can go ahead and we can start talking about like the shows that our listeners were not allowed to watch. I'm going to do a quick little trivia. I don't know if you guys have looked at the Notion page at all. Have you looked at it, Joey?
No.
Josh, have you looked at it?
Yeah, I have. Sorry.
Okay. I was just gonna have you guys guess what the most like the TV show that was said the most. I'm gonna give you guys like 4 options. So I guess I'll give Joey 4 options.
Okay.
So you got to guess which show was mentioned the most out of any show listed here. So
Okay.
A, Disney movies.
Okay.
B, SpongeBob.
Yep.
C, Harry Potter. Or D, Caillou.
SpongeBob.
You think SpongeBob?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Come on.
By far.
I am too good at this.
I think probably a third of these, maybe a little more, said SpongeBob.
Really.
So
I'm not
for
surprised.
various reasons.
And I'm not surprised by that. That was the show I was not allowed to watch as a kid. And I could watch most stuff or like most stuff. Like if I was under 13, like I didn't start watching PG-13 movies till I was like 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
But like that
there's a difference, like we're talking about today, there's a difference between like not allowed to watch and like you can watch it, but just until you're a little older.
Yeah.
Like that's a difference there.
Yeah. So, and I don't, were you allowed to watch it as a kid, Mike?
So we didn't have cable.
Oh,
so like
that solves the problem.
I didn't watch it a ton. We had a few DVDs of it and we would watch it when we went to hotels.
Okay.
Mike, that's
and
the only time I ever watched SpongeBob too, when we were at hotels and had cable.
I know. Yeah, that's the only time we ever watched Nickelodeon or Disney or whatever. But like Disney shows. I talked to my mom a little bit before I left the podcast tonight about this, and she said, and I remember there weren't really any shows I wasn't allowed to watch. She just didn't particularly like love SpongeBob or Caillou specifically.
Oh, Caillou. Why Caillou?
Because he's just whiny and stuff.
Oh, dude, your mom's a top G.
And she
That's
said,
such a good answer.
She said, if parents like their kids are watching like Caillou and become more whiny because of it,
Yeah.
there's a thing there. There's a problem. But
Yeah.
that never really like made me more whiny or whatever. It didn't really affect me. So she was kind of fine with it, but she doesn't like love those two. But Josh, were you allowed to watch SpongeBob or do you just only not like similar to me?
I think
with
similar
hotels?
to you. I don't think it was ever explicitly stated that you can't watch SpongeBob, but it also wasn't an option, except when we were at hotels.
Yep. So, yeah. Well, I got about 20 responses to the Instagram prompt. So we're going to go through those. The first one is from Ainsley Thompson. Who
Nice.
Goes here to UW. Her first one, she said, SpongeBob, too vulgar? ? I don't know. Ask my mom.
So my parents said like there's too much adult jokes in it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like if you watch, like you can find compilations and stuff on that on YouTube. Like there's actually some stuff that like it'll go over most kids' heads, but like that should not be in kids' television at all. So yeah.
Yep. Second one from Ainsley was Pitch Perfect. Mom says because of the shower scene. Have you guys seen Pitch Perfect?
Yeah. There's
No.
there's a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it, so I looked it up yesterday when she saw it, and I guess it would make sense.
Yeah.
The ending specifically of that scene is, I guess, maybe a reason why.
I don't remember the ending of that scene, but
It's because, well, the main character goes into the shower to sing, like she's singing and stuff, and then the other girl like just opens the curtain because she like hears her sing.
oh right. And
But she was like in the shower with a guy.
oh yeah.
And then he like pops out at the end and is like, "You're a good singer."
Oh yeah.
And they're like all naked. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see anything in the movie, but like still
Yeah.
it implies a lot of things.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next,
Hey,
I do want to see those movies
Be Real
though. I
just
heard they
went
were
off,
good.
And Be Real does not wait for the podcast.
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
Be real. Joey, smile. Oh yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Mike.
Wow. Josh, you doing your Be Real too?
Yeah.
I like covered half my face with the microphone thing, but you know,
It's all right.
I'm real.
Yeah.
Gotta be real.
If you
All right.
remember 2 weeks from now seeing my Be Real with me and a mic and the computer recording, now you'll know.
Let's
This was
go.
it.
Oh, and a quick thing. If you post more than one Be Real, I don't know if we can be friends. Just throwing that out there. You kind of ruin like the whole point of the app. Just so everyone's on the same page.
I'm not
Yeah.
on the same page. I don't because I think it's dumb, but we can still be friends if you do. I respect it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm waiting for Josh's B-roll to show up.
It's coming. It should
It's-
be there.
It's where is it? Where is it? I saw the little thing pop up, but whatever. I'll see it later. Next is from Tiffany Manning. She goes here at Northwestern. She said SpongeBob with a little monkey emoji. And that's
Okay.
all she said. She didn't say why.
Okay.
So
That's all right.
Thanks, Tiffany. Next is from Eva P,
Oh, nice.
a friend of ours here at Northwestern. She said Dragon Tales. You guys know what the show that is?
Dragon
No, I've
Tales. Is
never
that
heard
like,
of that.
is that How to Train Your Dragon? But
No, it was on PBS Kids. I watched it a little bit when I was a kid.
Dragon Tales.
It's about two little kids who live in the real world and they like somehow end
that-
up.
Like the Andrew Tate thing.
What?
Do you not get that?
No.
Never mind.
They live in the real world and they somehow, I don't remember why, but like end up in this dragon world and they become friends with the dragons. And then they have this stone in the real world where they can like call the dragons and they could go into their world.
Huh.
And Eva P says Dragon Tales because they wished on a magic stone instead of praying to God.
Boom. Base take. Get that garbage out of here.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
Eva P's parents are based. Great takes.
Next is from Mick Hannon, who, fun fact, is my MP next year. And he goes to Northwestern here. He said, any Disney princess movie, Cinderella, Frozen, etc., because magic was portrayed. Which is interesting.
that's
I've never heard it with Disney movies.
I mean, I don't think you should watch Disney movies for a different reason, but we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
But that's interesting, like how many people it's like no magic at all,
Yeah.
that's an interesting take. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get behind it. I kind of see, I don't know.
Yeah. Next is Annika Stone.
Nice.
She has a few. She said SpongeBob because it would make me dumb. That's another one I've heard.
Really?
Is that SpongeBob would like make you dumb, like make you stupider or something. I've heard people say that before.
Kills
okay.
all your brain cells.
Yeah.
No,
pretty
that's
much.
UFC.
Also that.
This next one, this next one's kind of tragic because I love the show. Phineas and Ferb
What?
because Candace was too sassy.
Hey, that's not a bad reason not to.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
saying.
think
I
it
can
is
get behind
because
that.
Candace in the show is like framed as someone who's annoying and
Oh.
like antagonistic. So it's showing that that's not desirable in like a
That's-
daughter. Because Phineas and
Okay.
Ferb are like the protagonists, like the good ones, and they're epic
Yeah.
and do a bunch of cool stuff. And Candace is just annoying and there. So I don't think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, okay.
encouraging behavior like her.
I know, but like if you're a young kid, can you like
yeah, I can
see
still
that
I can
connection?
see it. I'm just saying
Maybe.
I
I
don't
don't
agree.
Okay.
Then she said Hunger Games because of blood. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably similar to
That's-
like the
that's
you
one
can't
you-
watch till you're older
yeah.
kind of thing.
That
Yeah,
was one
that's
for
what
me
I'd-
actually.
Oh,
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah, I just read Hunger Games for the first time last year. And that was always one when I was like in middle school that my parents were like, just don't read that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
it's
the movies yet, but
Oh, they're so good.
The movies are pretty good.
yeah, I probably
Yeah.
will watch them because I got pretty into the books. But
You, Nicole, got to do like a Hunger Games marathon.
Yeah, because the new one comes out soon.
wait,
Yeah,
there's
I wanna
another
see
one.
that. Well,
So it's
So the author wrote a prequel called The Ballad of
Oh
Songbirds
yeah, I've read that
and
too.
Snakes and Sonnets or something.
yeah.
The Ballad of
Um,
Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah,
And it's about Snow before like when he was a younger guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks really good. So
That has
I think
such
peop-
a shocker ending.
yeah.
Oh,
I haven't read that. I haven't read that book. I
Yeah,
haven't read the book.
Oh, okay. So maybe I need to read it.
Actually, I think we own it. I think my sister owns it.
I
you
should
should
thought-
read
read
it.
it.
It's wild.
My summer project.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard people say that this movie was like better than the 3 Hunger Games.
Really?
I don't know if that's true or not because I don't know. No one's seen it yet. But
I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the last two, the Mockingjay ones.
okay.
I loved the first two, especially Catching Fire was
Wait, did they make the
one of
third
my
one
favorite
into
ones.
3 or into 2 movies?
2. They
two.
split it. Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
the Harry Potter deal where the last one is 2.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Mockingjay Part 1 and 2.
But the
Those were
movies are pretty
fine.
good.
Yes.
Yeah,
The movies
yeah.
are phenomenal.
Yep.
And I forget her name, but Katniss, she's so good. I love Catching Fire, especially. So, yeah. Next, Annika says 50 Shades of Grey. Not sure why.
That's funny.
And then she sent another thing saying the last one was a joke.
Okay, yeah.
So,
nope.
but that was pretty good, Annika.
That's pretty funny.
Pretty funny. Next one. This one's interesting. From Micah Shock. He says Dinosaur Train because it wasn't based off the Bible. And at first I was confused about this, and then I asked my mom about it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because like the whole like Christians like believing when dinosaurs existed differently than like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And I don't remember enough about the show, but it must have been like,
Well, it just had dinosaurs in it.
yeah, I suppose.
Which like that's an interesting one, but like that is such a like crazy specific, like we don't have a lot of information about like to have an opinion about that, like were dinosaurs real or dinosaurs not real. Like that is, yeah. And I feel like the two worldviews, like we had dinosaurs in the Bible is also true. I think you can hold those opinions together.
Yeah.
But some people don't. And
Yeah.
It's like,
I believe both.
yeah,
I think dinosaurs are real.
I think dinosaurs were real too.
I think
but
it's just hard to know when they existed.
I also don't think people are stupid if they believe that they weren't real. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
I couldn't care less.
Yep.
Next is from Molly Larson. She goes here. She said Wizards of Waverly Place because witchcraft and wizards equals bad. So that's a Disney show.
Yeah.
Um,
I've known people that weren't allowed to watch Disney shows altogether because they were like rude to their parents and stuff and like stuff
I
like
can see that.
in Disney shows.
Yeah.
So I feel
Love
like
those
that's a good
shows.
take.
Next, next from Josiah Dunker. He says your mom.
He got us, I gotta say.
Wow.
Oh, you got us there, Josiah.
Shoot.
Didn't see that one coming.
Might as well quit
Um,
the podcast right now.
Yep. All right. Catch you on the. No, okay. Next is from Faith Clark, who is my cousin. She says Harry Potter because witchcraft in my parents' eyes. We already talked about Harry Potter.
Yep.
The next one is from Dana. Josh, you know who Dana is.
Whoa, I do.
Well, we know
actually.
who did. Well,
That's
we
like-
actually don't know if Dana's a real person.
Yeah,
or not.
we have not met her yet.
She might be made up.
Dana's my
actually.
only Dort friend that no one in my parents have actually met her. My mom has for sure. But
Sure.
you guys
Sure.
haven't. So she's the only one that I could just totally be making up and you'd have no idea.
Yeah.
She is AI.
I feel like this is a take we should have brought
Hot-
up on the
hot
podcast a long time ago that like Dana's just not a real person.
Yeah. I don't know.
The only
We won't
thing
know
is
until
I
it's
talked to her
proven.
today about the podcast. So
Did you?
that's
did you?
kind of evidence contrary
He was
to
just
what you're
typing
saying,
it in
but
chat GDP about like, hey, what do you think about this podcast, Dana?
Dana is a government-made construct,
Yeah.
and the government is working with Josh specifically
Yep.
to fool us.
yeah, Dana, you can let Mike and Joe know what you think of this take because I don't know. I wouldn't be happy if I were you after being such a dedicated fan for so long and then just getting like your absolute existence questioned. But maybe you're okay with it. I don't know.
I mean, for the record, I haven't met Nicole either, so I don't know if she's real.
Nicole is real.
Well, Joey could be on your
Joey
side for this
can
one,
confirm
Josh.
Nicole is real. Dana,
Nicole
we're
is
not so
very
sure.
real.
I guess that's true. I believe you guys.
Okay.
Anyway, she said SpongeBob. To this day, I have no idea why. I never cared to ask my parents why, I guess. Probably for reasons we've already talked about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next is from Isaiah Johnson, who is a student here. He's talking about Sonic, and specifically the video games. You know, like video games have cutscenes
Yeah.
in between. He said, I got in trouble for watching Sonic cutscenes on YouTube because they resurrected Sonic,
Really?
which is very interesting.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Why
Huh.
is that like a belief that only like Jesus can resurrect? Because we do
That's what
believe in
I-
the resurrection, so why would it be bad to?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is
because I
Sonic
think only
Jesus?
Yeah.
No.
But like Jesus also resurrected Lazarus.
So is Sonic Lazarus?
Sonic could be Lazarus.
That's a take
And maybe
for sure.
Jesus is Thor.
No, stop.
No, we're not. I need to let it go. Even though Thor Ragnarok is the narrative for my life.
It's gone from sophomore year to just your entire existence.
Yeah, pretty much. Kylie does not have Instagram, but I asked her.
Okay, what'd she say?
She said SpongeBob because it was inappropriate.
There you
know,
go.
The scenes, the innuendos.
Yep.
And Caillou because he whined.
Big fan of that.
I mean, Caillou is an annoying show.
He did have cancer, so I feel like he had a reason to be upset.
This is a conspiracy theory.
No, this is fact.
No, it's not.
No, it's literally a fact.
It's literally not fact.
It's literally a fact.
Since when?
You guys keep talking. I'll pull up Chat GPT to settle this issue.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, this is a fan theory.
No,
Joey.
this is so true.
Why do you think it's fact?
Name another bald 4-year-old.
A lot of little kids don't have hair.
No hair, like shiny forehead hair.
BBC.
Yeah, no.
Bald by choice.
Yeah, 4-year-old. Yeah, what every parent dreams of.
I do.
No, it's because he had cancer, and then his parents are reliving these memories.
See, this is the fan theory I've heard. It's because
it's
that
a
he died.
base take.
He died because he had cancer.
Yeah,
and it's that the show is his parents
living out the memories. But then why was he so whiny? I guess that doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't remember your kid being whiny. He died of cancer.
He must have been a whiny person.
Maybe
that's all they can think of.
Maybe that's all there was.
Yep. Josh, what does
do you want the
ChatGPT
official
say?
answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I asked ChatGPT, does Caillou have cancer? ChatGPT says, no, Caillou does not have cancer. Caillou is a children's television character known for his bald head, but the reason for his baldness is never explicitly stated in the show. The character was created by Christine I don't know how to say that, Hurux, and the TV series is based on the books by the same person. While there have been rumors and speculations suggesting that Caillou's baldness was due to cancer, there is no official information or confirmation to support this claim.
Yeah, that's what the government wants you to think.
And we all know ChatGPT is controlled by the government, so checks.
Yeah.
I looked up on Google, and it says when Caillou was first conceptualized as a character in the books, I think, he was a young baby who would not have a lot of hair simply because of his age. When the creators of Caillou wanted to make him older to experience situations 2- and 4-year-olds would face, they decided to keep him bald.
Because he had cancer.
So you can believe what you want about that. But yeah.
I'm taking that one to my grave.
Take it to the grave. Ask God why you had cancer.
God, can you settle one thing for me? Did Caillou have cancer?
He's like, finally, a new question.
No one else has been stupid enough to ask that.
The meaning of life. Answered this so many times.
Yeah.
Anyways. Next is from Annika Wheeler. She's a student here.
Didn't she teach us Spanish?
Mrs. Wheeler.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's funny. She said SpongeBob makes you stupid and rude and annoying, I guess. I like how a lot of people say "I guess" at the end of their
guess.
It's
like I don't really
like,
agree
I
with
guess.
what my parents did, but I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best part of this is hearing everyone be like, my parents are just like,
I know.
so mean.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else after
No, that was it.
Yeah, I wrote down it like word for word what they said just so we could get the full thing.
Yeah.
Hallie Brown, who is a friend of Kylie's and like their family's a friend of the Schumachers. Lori Brown, you know who Lori is.
Oh yeah.
No.
Joey? Oh yeah, Josh knows who Lori is.
Yeah, I don't know who this
It's
is.
her daughter. I also took voice lessons from her.
Yeah, how am
Not
I
her
supposed
daughter.
to know her?
Because
I
she
don't know.
did stuff with theater at Avail, but you weren't in any of the stuff she did, I guess.
See,
I
you know what?
guess.
See how Josh is just so much more helpful? He actually knows how my brain works, and he's very, very specific. Not Micah over here being like, yeah, you know her. I know quite a few people. You're going to have to be a little more specific.
Sorry.
Ex-roommate. This is why we broke up.
This is why Joey's getting married.
Yeah.
Just 'cause he
This is why
wants to leave
Joey
me.
is getting married, just to get out of this bad roommate situation.
Yeah,
I'm in a toxic relationship.
with your ex-roommate.
Yep.
Anyway, she said, Hunger Games, because I wasn't 13, still haven't seen it.
Yep.
So
okay.
I think that's like not because she's not allowed to, but because
Yeah.
like she's never saw it, she never got to seeing it.
Yeah.
Which is probably a similar situation to Josh until he read it. But it's like you just kind of forget about, like, stop caring about it at a certain point,
Yeah.
and then you just like never end up going back to it.
Yep.
Next is Aurora Hinson, who is Riles' sister, actually.
Okay.
Joe, you know who Riles is.
I do know who Riles is.
He knows who someone is.
Yep.
Wow. Josh, you don't, I don't think.
No, I don't. I know he did the one act with you and Annika.
He did.
And I have
Wow.
seen
Good
pictures
memory.
because I saw pictures of you and Annika at the one act on Be Real, and I'm guessing the third person was Riles.
That would be correct. Yeah. Aurora says Hannah Montana because Hannah was a brat. And
Was she?
I've never seen Hannah Montana. I know it's Miley Cyrus, right?
I've seen the first two, I hate to admit it, a very long time ago, and I can't remember.
Because it was Miley Cyrus, right?
Yeah, but she wasn't like at all like Miley Cyrus. She was kind of like nice. I thought she was nice in the movies.
Apparently she was a brat.
Okay, I guess would say I'll rewatch it, but I won't.
Yeah.
Because those were 4 hours of my life I can't get back.
And then she said high school. This one's so weird. High School Musical because it had high school in the title. LOL. And I don't understand.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need a little more clarification on that one.
So Aurora, if you're listening to this, I don't know if you actually listen, but apparently you follow our podcast page. Email is in the description. You should go email us and explain that a little more. Maybe have your mom email us because
Yeah, that'd be even better. Yeah, if anyone's parents, just like ask your parents about it and then email us what they have to say.
yeah,
Because that would actually probably be more fun.
because I really don't understand why you wouldn't be able to do that because high school is in the title. Maybe you were in middle school.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't want to give you false expectations for what high school is
True.
like.
Hey, that would be a base take.
That could be true.
That'd be a smart thing to do.
Like high school is not all fun and games.
Yeah, and it's not a musical.
Yeah. I mean, Avail was, but
Yeah, of course. Forgot about
that's
that.
the only one.
Yeah.
Right, Josh?
Correct.
Thank you. Next
Affirmed.
is from Rachel Schock.
Oh, let's go.
Rachel Schock says Harry Potter, witches. That's it.
That's it.
I like that. I like that.
This next person, Maddie Ritzma.
Dude, that's my cousin.
That is your cousin.
Yeah.
Both of our cousins responded.
Oh, nice.
Josh, not your cousins. Sorry.
Rip.
She said Arthur because DW was rude.
Now people aren't watching it because there was a gay guy in it.
Yeah.
That's why I think I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Oh, really? I thought the gay guy was new.
Maybe not.
Well, no, it's the teacher, the rat teacher.
Yeah,
guy,
but I don't think they made him gay till recently.
very recently.
Yeah.
Because he was never like known as that when I was a
No.
kid.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I know I
Um,
wasn't allowed to watch it, but I guess I don't know the reason.
And DW, I mean, yeah, she was rude, but I talked to my mom about this one too. She said that's just kind of like it shows sibling dynamics, like that siblings fight. Because mostly it was between them two.
Oh, was it?
That
I
she was,
didn't.
like,
I
rude
didn't
to.
watch that show very much, so I don't have a
That was like my favorite show.
really.
Because I had a routine every morning. I would watch PBS Kids from 7 a.m. to 8:30.
Oh, and that's what was
And
on.
Arthur was on at 7. Wild Kratts was on at 7:30.
Dude, Wildcats is
And
great show.
Curious George was on at
Bad
8.
show.
Why is that a bad
No,
show?
I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I think Martha Speaks was on there too.
Wait, that
Dumb
sounds so
show.
familiar. What is that?
It's the dog who speaks, and her name is Martha.
Well, Mike,
Any
thanks.
sh-
That's really helpful. Oh,
Any show that required learning was dumb. And like
That was every
vocabulary.
PBS Kids show.
No,
yeah.
like Wildcats.
PBS was really pushing like the education.
That's ridiculous. Give us entertainment. That's what we're paying you for.
Also,
liked-
I'm backtracking. I'm not sure I wasn't allowed to watch Arthur thinking about it more.
Okay.
I might not have not been, but also I might just have not watched it. That was a double
Okay.
negative and that sentence didn't make sense, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. I also watched on PBS Super Y. What else did I watch? Cyber Chase sometimes.
Did you guys
I'd
watch
never
stuff
watch
on
it.
Cubase?
Cuba? You mean Cubo?
Cubo.
Or
Cubase
Yeah.
is not. Cubase is something else, but yeah, Cubo was the channel that I remember stuff on.
yeah, I
Hmm.
remember. I watched a couple of things. What were a couple of things you watched on there?
I'm not remembering their names. There was one which was about letters, and there was like a guy and a pig and some other characters, and it had to do with letters, but I can't for the life of me remember the name.
I don't remember the name of any show on Cubo. Honestly,
I guess they weren't very good or memorable, but they were also
guess so.
educational.
I also watched. What was the superhero girl one?
Word girl.
Word Girl. That was a good show.
Wait,
Um,
is that the one I'm thinking of?
Word Girl.
I don't know.
I don't think Word Girl doesn't have letters. That one's on PBS, not Cubo.
Okay. I think I saw that one once in a while.
Anyways, we'll move on. Adele shock. We're getting all. This is the third shock of the day.
Oh my word!
Adele says Jessie because she was too sassy.
Telling you,
Wait, what's Jessie?
Disney show.
She's like in New York and this really rich family. The parents pretty much just abandon their kids because they're like super rich and have high end jobs and are never home.
Oh, dude, this is a terrible show.
And Jessie is like, so it's kind of sketch because she's like moving to New York to like be an actress and then ends up the taxi driver kicks her out because she's being too annoying. And then she ends up being thrown out in front of this giant apartment building. And you see like a nanny like running out of the building, like screaming because the kids are like antagonizing her. And then the parents are like, hey, do you want to be our nanny? With like no background check or anything. And then she becomes their nanny.
This sounds like the start to like a horror movie, like a low budget horror movie.
And then basically the show is just the lives of these kids with Jessie as their nanny and then their butler, Bertram. And the parents rarely show up because they're just rich and just really don't pay any attention or show any love to their children. So on a deep level, it's kind of sad if you think about it.
That's Disney for you, man.
But there were some sassy kids in that show, including Jessie. So kind of don't blame you. Next is Maylee Hall.
Oh, nice.
She says Arthur because the kids argue too much. But again, I feel like this is just sibling dynamics, but maybe it would encourage.
Nah, I think that's a base take.
I think it's all right.
I can get behind that.
Next is from Gideon. So Gideon does not have Instagram, but I was like, I want to get his perspective as a homeschooler. So I actually emailed him today and was like, hey, are there any kids, like shows you couldn't watch as a kid? I knew he doesn't have Instagram, so he wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
He said, I wasn't allowed to or wasn't encouraged to watch most Disney movies. For example, I've never seen The Lion King or The Little Mermaid, both because my parents didn't think they had great role models. We really just aren't a Disney family. He said, I saw Batman Begins before I saw Aladdin.
Whoa.
Maybe homeschoolers are kind of weirdos, he says.
No,
Yeah, maybe you're right.
That can't be true.
No, I think that's right.
Anyway, we also weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob, Teen Titans Go, or really any Nickelodeon cartoon or Cartoon Network show because we both didn't have cable, and my parents thought those were just unnecessarily dumb and a waste of time.
That's true.
Yeah. Although I was allowed to watch SpongeBob whenever we were at a hotel.
Oh, my word.
Common theme.
It's kind of like a thing.
And I think the reason is because I think this is a universal thing. And at least when I was younger, SpongeBob was always on in the morning.
Yeah.
And that's like all that was on Nickelodeon. So I think it's like we'd wake up, watch SpongeBob. A bit more recently, I remember wanting to watch Stranger Things when it came out, mostly because it felt like everyone else was watching it. At that point, I think my mom didn't allow it because I was only 9 and she didn't like its themes.
Dude.
I'm sure there were more, but I can't remember them right now.
I am so old. That show came out when Gideon was 9.
Yeah, and
I am so old.
We are 4 years older than him. So we were, oh my word.
Dude.
We were 13 when Stranger Things came out?
Stranger Things came out last year, for sure. I remember, for sure, it came out last year.
So,
fun fact, I got scared out of my mind watching that movie.
Movie? TV show?
TV show. I think I made it through 2 episodes.
Really?
And then I started to not trust the walls. Dude.
That's actually kind of fair.
Yeah. Like I didn't like walking to my room at night because I didn't trust the walls. Because like there's like a monster that jumps out the walls.
Yeah. No, the show's actually like pretty scary. But like I watched the first 2 seasons, I think. So I don't think I watched the last couple, but I heard they were pretty good. So, but yeah. Were there any other shows you guys weren't allowed to watch? Because that's the whole list that I have. So that was pretty interesting to see all of the different takes there. So
I'm surprised we got that many responses. Wait, Mike, were those all to your personal Instagram?
no, I posted on the 245 Instagram story because you can like post questions. There's like a little chat box that people can type in their responses. And I did that on the 245 Instagram. I did share it to my personal as well. Like I shared the story, which probably encouraged some people to do it. But
Wait, where do you
Oh,
see
think
the
a-
responses?
The story's gone, so you can't see them anymore.
Oh.
So I just wrote them down as I got them
I see.
and made sure to check right before it was gone. So yeah, we might do that more in the future if we want people to answer questions. So
Thanks for the crowd
Yeah.
participation, guys.
yeah, hope you guys liked hearing your names shouted out and your parents
Yeah.
a lot shouted out. Please don't be offended by our takes on these if you
Yeah.
don't like them. But
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
your kids at the end of the day, parents.
they
so
are your kids. And when we have kids, someday I'm sure we will have opinions on what they're watching,
oh yeah.
especially these days
Oh, for sure these days. Yeah.
with all of the different things happening in kids' television.
Yup.
Yep.
But we are not going to talk about that
No, we're
in
not.
this episode.
Nope.
Probably never, honestly.
Probably not.
But
It would be fun to do one, but
unfiltered podcast episode. Rated
real hot takes.
real. Those other ones.
We did hot
those were
takes. This
nothing.
one's nuclear takes. Wait.
Yeah.
Spicy takes.
Yeah, the other we got to change the title to like Nerf hot takes for the other one, and then like this is the real one.
Yeah.
These are the real ones.
Yeah,
Anyways, it was good. Good episode. Enjoyed hanging out with you boys again, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
Also, this is our 40th episode.
Oh my word!
So that's pretty crazy. We're nearing 50, though we won't be there until September. So we still got a ways yet.
Yep.
Like I think like it's only 10 episodes till 50, but that's 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is
Which
a
is
long time.
Quite a,
A
few
long
weeks.
time. so. But yeah.
How many weeks till we start school?
Hey, we should
Well,
not
less
figure
than
that out.
less than 10 because we start in August.
Yeah,
So-
but it's like
Ooh, I
the
hate that.
very end of August.
Yeah, it's a week later than usual.
Oh, and shout out Josh. I miss landscaping with you. Just
Same.
saying.
It'll happen.
When
It's
Josh
still
comes
gonna
back.
happen.
Well, what's so sad is like Josh will come back and then I'll be on my honeymoon for 10 days. So I'll talk to Mandy. We can probably postpone that for a while.
Yeah. Just postpone the
Just to
wedding.
come back and landscape with me.
Yeah.
Worth it. Totally.
I'll be like, Mandy, just listen, hear me out. Hear
I
me
haven't
out.
landscaped with Josh this whole summer.
Yeah.
Honeymoon
Like
can wait, right?
the highlight of my summer hasn't happened yet. Let's push
I
back
just
the
got
wedding.
married to you, I know, but my summer hasn't been very good because Josh just hasn't been here.
Yeah.
Joey,
yeah.
I really
Definitely Josh will be at
understand,
the
but
wedding though.
I think just for Mandy's sake, I think you better go on the honeymoon.
Okay.
I know
struggle-
you'd
I'll
rather
s-
be with me, but
Yeah. I'll struggle through my honeymoon and you will be the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
You'll be landscaping
you can
with
look
Josh.
forward in extreme anticipation to being back on the landscaping grind, except I'll be there.
Yep.
Wow.
You
And then
think-
2 weeks later we'll go back to school.
Josh, do you think they would let us mow together?
We'll see. That's up to the boss man.
Man, because that would just like
That would just
Make my
make your
whole year.
life.
yeah, honestly. Like if I come back from my honeymoon and the first thing I get to do is spend 12 hours with Josh mowing, like that would be it. Like, Jesus, you can finally come back. Take me out of here. I've
peaked.
completed everything I need to do.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Anyways.
stay tuned. You
Go ahead.
I would say the listeners, they will get an update on whether we mow.
Yeah,
Or
we'll
not
let
together.
you know. Also,
For sure.
when I get home, we're hoping to do some fun podcast things, which we've mentioned in the past, but we'll see how many of them happen. Don't want to get anyone's
Yeah.
hopes up, but we'll make some fun things happen, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks
Always
for
do.
listening to this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing a little bit about shows that we and a few of our listeners weren't allowed to watch, and just some thoughts on that. Hopefully it was entertaining, and thank you all for listening. Hope you all have a great day.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Peace out, gangsta.